What's up YouTube, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Devin Donley and I am from Texas, and this is my first YouTube video that I'm making. I got this look, then let's just go ahead and get on into it and get started. Alright, so I already started with priming my face, and I use the Hourglass Veil Primer. I'm going to go ahead and do my foundation. Today I'm going to be using the Dream Liquid Mousse in the shade Sandy Beige. This is a little too dark for me. I still have a lot of my summer shades and need to stock up on some winter shades, but I'm gonna go in with the Catrice lightning drops and lighten it up a little bit for my face. And I'm just gonna go ahead and test the shade that I made on my skin to see if it matches. Now I'm gonna be taking the Morphe beauty sponge, and I'm gonna apply my foundation. You want to make sure this is damp. When you squeeze it, you don't want any water to come out, but you just want it damp. If it's too wet, your foundation will just kind of smear off, but if it's damp, it applies perfect. Really make sure you're pressing into the skin. You really want that foundation to really be pressed and set in. And make sure if your foundation is matching your neck, but your ears might be a little bit different tone, make sure you really get on those ears too. Okay, now I'm going to go in with concealer. Today I'm going to be using the It Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer. This is in the shade Light. And since this comes in a tube, I'm going to squirt it on my fingers, and a little goes a long way with this concealer, and I kind of like to warm it up in my fingertips, so I'll just warm it up and then I'll place it underneath my eyes, in my T-zone area, and on my upper lip, and probably on my eyelids for a primer for my eyeshadow. Whatever I have left on my fingers, I'm going to go down my nose, upper lip, chin, and forehead, and then I'm gonna go with my beauty sponge again and blend this out, and that's when I'll put it on my eyelids for a primer. And make sure, same with the foundation, you really want to make sure you're pressing this into the skin. Now to set that all in place, I'm going to be going in with the Makeup Revolution baking powder. It's in banana. It's called the Luxury Baking Powder. And all the products I'm using will be linked in the description box below. Now with that same beauty sponge, what I'm going to do for my under eyes is I'm going to bake. So you just really make sure this is just damp and not wet. And I'm going to place it underneath my eyes. And we're pressing just like we've done all the other products. And I'm gonna let this sit underneath my eyes while we're doing eyeshadow. Really just make sure that your concealer is locked in and you're gonna get no under eye creases. Then with what's ever left on my sponge, actually I'll bake my chin a little bit and the tip of my nose, just like that. Now whatever left on my sponge, I'm just going to take it around my face and pat, just to set that foundation. The last thing I'm going to do is with that powder also set my eyes. Now while we're baking the under eye, I'm going to go ahead and start with my eyeshadow. We're going to be focusing on keeping the eyes very open and bright, and then we'll have that dark lip still to have that fall, since it is October now. Okay, I'm going to be going in with the Morphe x Jaclyn Hill palette in Dark Magic. And the first shade I'm going to be using is Poof, right here. And I'm just taking my Morphe R37 brush, tap that excess off, and we're just gonna base color down for our shadow. And just really make sure you cover your whole crease area from inner corner to outer corner. This is just to set up a base for your eyeshadow. And then after that, I'm going to take my Morphe beauty sponge again and just get some of that translucent powder. And we're going to stamp the edge of our eyeshadow. This is just going to help keep a clean, crisp line, and we'll keep going in and stamping every time we kind of get eyeshadow on there. And that we're also baking underneath. If any fallout from our eyeshadow gets on our under eye, then it will just get wiped away with the powder and it won't ruin your foundation. Now I'm going to be going in with the color Shh right here in the middle. Just a dark mauve brown, or not dark, light mauve brown. Staying away from the dark shades, and same R37 brush, yes. And I'm just gonna focus that more on the outer edge. And then after we focus it out there, then we'll bring it in. And I like to lift my eye up so you can really get into that inner corner and not have any harsh lines. And just make sure you blend. So windshield wiper motions. And then I do some circles out on the corner. And I'm kind of going to try to flick it out just a little bit, just to open our eyes up a little more. Okay, now I'm going to be taking another Morphe times Jaclyn Hill palette. This is the Bolt collection. That's the same as the Armed and Gorgeous. No. This is the Armed and Gorgeous. The other was the Dark Magic palette. And in the Armed and Gorgeous palette, I'm going to be taking the color Cess and Agent. And I'm going to mix those together just to bring a little bit of fall tones to the eye. Not much, just a little. And I'm taking a little bit of a denser brush. This is the Morphe M433. And I'm just going to focus that lightly. We're not going to go in too much with this. And we're just blending that original color out. Just like that. I'm going to go ahead and take just a big fluffy brush. This is just one I've had for a while. Not even sure what brand it is, but just a bigger fluffy brush, and wipe this bake away underneath my eyes. Okay, now I'm going to be going in with a NYX primer on my lid because I'm going to take a NYX pigment right here in the shade Pig 07. It's just a light vanilla kind of yellowy shade, and I'm going to be putting that in the center of the eye just because we want to keep it really light. This NYX pigment primer works really nice with their pigments and it looks pretty. So I'm just going to take it on my fingers, rub it in, and just kind of press where I want it. And this is going to be focused just in the center mainly of the eye. And I'm going in with, or I'm using a M508 brush from Morphe. Put that pigment on that brush and then just tap it off, and we're going to put it right where we put the primer. And we're going to blend this out so it's not going to look as harsh. I originally wanted to keep it just in the middle, but I think I'm going to bring it a little bit to the inner corner too. Okay, then I'm going to take the first brush I went in with, the Morphe R37, and blend these harsh lines out. I'm going to be taking a more dense brush, the Morphe M32 brush, and I'm going to go back into the Dark Magic palette, and we're going to take the dark chocolate shade Mojo, and I'm just going to push this tight along my lash line. This will make your lashes look fuller and thicker, especially since we're not wearing false eyelashes today. And it just brings some depth to the eyes. And you can flick this out a little bit if you want to. Kind of like a wing. Then I'm going to be taking the Morphe M321 and just kind of blending that out a little bit. Just so it's not as harsh. Now to work on the under eye, I'm going to go back in with that stiff brush, the M432, and I think we're going to go in with Shh and Agent. I'm just going to push that along our lash line nice and tight. And there still was that brown on our brush, and that's okay. Now with that same Morphe brush that we used to blend the top, I'm just going to take it with no product and blend out the bottom. Now, I think that's all I want to do with the eyes because we wanted to keep them simple. Actually, no, we're going to go in with a highlight. So I'm going in with the Morphe M124 brush and going in with VIP in the Armed and Gorgeous palette. That bright, stark white. And I'm just going to barely put it underneath my brow bone. It's very pigmented and in the inner corner. And that's it. Okay, now I'm going to go off camera and do my brows and mascara. I'm going to be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pencil, actually brow definer, in the shade Chocolate for my brows. Then I'm going to be using Maybelline Lash in Paradise mascara. Okay, I'm back now that I applied my brows and mascara. Now I'm going to be going in with my favorite drugstore bronzer, and if y'all have not tried this, you have got to go pick it up. It is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and let me just tell you, if you can't already tell, I like this a lot, but that's not even the rest of it. I have sitting next to me, I have this one, and this one, and this one, and there's 3 more in the drawer. So, you know, it's great. Okay, anyway, so today I'm going to be using the shade Light just because I am more fair. And I'm going to be using the Morphe R2 brush. It's a big fluffy brush. This is what I always use for my bronzer. And I'm just going to tap that excess off and not going heavy today with it, just lightly warming up our face. So I always like to take it on my forehead, cheek area, and then a little bit of the jawbone. You want to make a 3 on your face. And the nice thing about this bronzer is that it is buildable. So you're not going to go in and put a little bit on your face and be like, oh my gosh, what did I just do? You're going to have to really build that up to get that nice coverage, especially with the light. That nice warmth. And I just like to suck my cheeks in when I do it, just because, you know, it just happens. Alright, then I'm also going to contour my nose a little bit with that shade. I think I'm going to take that brush that we blended out our lash line with, and I'm just going to run down my nose a little bit. Not much. I don't usually contour my nose that often, just when I feel like it looks a little bigger. And when I'm pale, everything looks bigger. Feel me? You feel me? Okay. And also I'm going to do that underneath my lip too. That's a tip that makes your lips look a little more plump. Now for blush. Since we are doing a dark lip, I don't want to go crazy with the blush, but I also don't want it to be too fair because this time of the year is the time to bring out the nice deep dark blushes. So I think I'm going to use the e.l.f. palette, their e.l.f. blush palette, and it's just called the blush palette, but I believe they have a dark and a light. This is the dark palette, and these are the tones. These are the shades right here. And I'm gonna take a brush, an angled brush, use it for blush, and I'm gonna take the light shade right here, and I think I'm gonna take this shade, but I'm gonna go in light with it. So we're gonna mix those shades together. And tap that off and just put that on the apples of your cheeks. And don't worry, it might look a little dark right now, but I will blend it out. That's a lot. That is, see, too much. It's not. Okay, that looks a little better. Looks a little. And the next, highlight. Highlight's one of my favorite things in my makeup routine. It can just really bring any face together. I just love highlighters. I'm gonna go in with Champagne Pop right now. If you haven't tried the BECCA highlighters, I would really try them. I love these highlighters so much. I'm taking the Morphe M510 brush and just tapping that in there. And I'm gonna put that on the high points of my cheeks. A little bit. I like to do a little like V down the bridge of my nose. If you have oily skin, you want to go lighter with the highlight. So I think I'm going to go ahead and set this with the Morphe Prep and Set. The nice thing about this is that it's affordable. I think it's like maybe $15 at the most. It lasts me a long time, and it's an aerosol can, so it sprays like this stuff, and it smells so good. This stuff just has completely changed my makeup routine. It really sets and locks my makeup in. I mean, I'll spray this like 4 different times during my makeup routine, and it really just melts in that product and makes it blend all as one, and I just love this stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray my face. Okay, now that the face is all set, it's time for lipstick. Don't know what color I was gonna go in with. I picked out 2. I got the Kat Von D in Sanctuary, but I was really wanting to do a pretty dark lip. And I've tried this one once. I can't remember what it looked like on, so I don't know if I should just go for it. But it is the Milani Black Cherry number 24. So it is really dark. I mean, it's fall, right? What'd you think? See, this isn't that dark to me. Alright, yeah. We're gonna go in with the Milani Black Cherry lipstick in shade, or number 24. Okay, so that took me about 30 minutes. No, I'm just kidding, but for real, whenever I use a dark lipstick, I always am nervous and I'm like shaking and stuff. But anyway, this is the final look. I like it. There we go. Wearable fall makeup for the daytime right here. Because you can have this dark fall lip, but your eyes are still simple and nice and just clean. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and never forget to subscribe so you never miss any of my videos. I'm gonna start uploading every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so 3 videos a week. I cannot wait to start this journey with y'all, and make sure you hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I upload and you never miss a video. So thanks so much, guys. Bye.